Hey guys, let me know if you can see me. We had a bit of a technical fault with the camera for the first time, so it wouldn't connect. But at least we're here now. We're into it. I hope you guys have had a great week, and I'm really glad to be back with another live stream with you guys. If you can hear me, okay, and everything's all right, please just let me know in the chat if you can hear me perfectly and everything like that, just so I can check that everything's cool. I don't know why what happened, but at least we're here now, and let's get into a really good session for today. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. Let's see if we can just let's do a little technical test just to see. Okay, I'm just going to check that the chat real quick now, just to check that everyone can hear me. Great stuff. Oh, all good, perfect. Glad to see you guys. Lightning Mark. We've got Idris in the house. We've got Hope. That's great, and we've got Zawadi as well. I can see Hermione's there. Great stuff, guys. That's good. Okay, so I'm glad you can see me fine. We had to just fix some at really quick time, but at least we managed to get on here as well. So I've got a really exciting routine for you today to learn, and the base of last week when we did it was about things you want to show and things you want to keep sort of hidden, and in your dance, how you're gonna. If you hide certain things and then you kind of build up to something, it can give it a bit more impact. And today we're going to be working more on like a style that is more like kind of more, rather than being really big and massive, and it's more details. We'll work on details today. And for when I started breaking, like I said, I've been breaking 20 years. When we started, we didn't have any YouTube, no videos and no DVDs, because DVDs weren't even a thing then. It was videotapes, and there was no, me and Styles, we started at the same time, same day, and we used to just like, one of our teacher had, I think, one or two videos, but we never got to, we saw him like I think once, and then like a blue moon, and I think sometimes he lent them out to some of the older guys who were in the crew at that time, but we never really saw them, and the only time we'd see him is like once, maybe if we went round to the house, and that was hardly ever. So for us, everything we saw and all that input, we had to get inspiration from each other, and we had to find ways to work. And for you guys in lockdown and in this sort of like situation we're going through now, you have to be creative in your own way. And when the Breakers did it in the Bronx and they started there, they were in a really poor area. There were a lot of violence and gang stuff, so it was a bit, we could compare it to how it is today for us guys. We have to stay inside, and if we go out, there's a bit of danger there, and it kind of feels that kind of way. And in the New York, in the Bronx, it felt that way definitely for all the people who were into breaking. It was a very dangerous place to live, and it was sort of like breaking was their thing that they could do where they were. They didn't need to go anywhere else. They didn't have to sort of, they could create their own sort of environment through hip-hop where they were. And that's what's amazing about hip-hop, because you guys can do that where you are at your home, whether that's becoming an MC and doing rapping, breaking, doing graffiti. So that's like artwork that's hip-hop related, because graffiti is a broad term, but you can do design and creating hip-hop sort of artwork. That's all comes kind of, to me, under that sort of graffiti artistic element, and DJing as well. And you can create your own environments and be your own, like be your own person, and fully realize who you are. So today we're going to work on sort of like an idea, and it's just to make you be a bit more creative and a bit more levels to your dance. Okay, so let's go through it. We'll warm up and we'll do our exercises like normal, and we'll just run the class like normal. If you can't stay for any reason because it's a bit late, then just do as much as you can. And remember, this is breaking for everyone, beginner to advanced. So if you can't do something, all you need to do is practice. Go back and watch it back over, practice it. And if you can do it easily, then you can add to it and add more harder things to it, But we're catering for everyone, breaking for everyone. So it's not about getting every single part of the routine. It's about being able to take something away from the lesson, whether that's something you learned like through knowledge, or whether it's the move or something like that. So let's get straight into it now. Let's have some good time. Oh, we got Joshy in here as well. Really, really glad to have you in here, Joshy. That's really great, man. So jogging on the spot. Star jumps. That's it. Twist. Keep that twist going, don't stop, just keep twisting. That's it, keep that going. Perfect. Because we had a little technical fault, I had to switch the camera over to like a different system to get it to work. So please let me know, does it look any different to you guys than usual the other live streams? I want to see if it looks, let me know if it looks smoother or if it looks better. That's it, hips round. Keep that going. That's it, keep them hips rounded off. Okay, twist, top half. Keep that going like that. Deep breath. Posture nice, neck side to side. Now in our crew Clean North, we have really a good mixture of breakers, okay, and we have the whole spectrum. We have breakers who break really big, and we have those who are quite detailed and inner, and we have those in between. And it's amazing Clean North because we have got like lots of generations, and you know we have like a different style between all of us. In our crew, I would say that we've got like B-Boy Eddie. He can be very big, and B-Boy 1K. Their movements are huge, but they can also do details, you know, but they do base their dancing more on the bigger movements. And then we've got some people like Labyrinth and Styles, and those two definitely have more detailed movements, more, you know, they can do more smaller movements, technical movements we call them sometimes, like a bit more technical, and both are great, but they, just as like 1K and Eddie can do details, so can, you know, like Labyrinth and Styles, they can do big movements as well, but it's just the ratio how much they use. So, you know, today we'll be focusing more on the technical end, okay, of a routine, and especially being technical and being detailed is great when you haven't got a lot of space, because you know it's hard to do a lot of the bigger movements in a smaller space like this, and in ciphers you can really shine if you've got them details. But then again, you know, it's great to have both, because you know if you can do the big movements, it really does make a big impression on people. Hold that foot. It's great, like I said, to have some, you know, more people joining the live stream and just, you know, enjoying it, keeping fit. With this one, if you're advanced, use this as an exercise. Stand on one foot, keep your leg up nice and tight. Close your eyes, keep your head up and try and balance with your eyes closed. Good for balance, good for your core. This one. That's it, now we have to do our hamstrings, okay? If you've been watching the announcements online, you'll have seen that Textiles International, for the Textiles Digital Battle, they released their the full top 8. So it's really amazing to see breakers from all over the world going to be part of Textiles Digital. It's a fully worldwide representing, you know, battle and an event, so it's going to be really good. And we've got B-Boy Styles representing UK and Victor J representing the UK. So, you know, make sure to go like their pages as well and like their profiles, and you can follow what they're doing, their training and things like that. Down for your knees, little bounces. That's it. And then up. I watched the battles as well online, the Tranquil Productions battles, some amazing battles on there. Loved Dex's round on that one as well. And Zawadi bringing some really new sort of flexibility moves. Keep going around with your knees. I know it looks funny, but you need to do this. Take your knees round in circles, other way. Just like when you do for your hips, you're just doing that for your knees. You don't want to twist it and hurt it by accident. Ankles round, no pressure, just round. That's it, keep it going. And the other one. As for me, you know, with breaking in my style, I'd say if there was a sort of, if it was like a scale from one end to the other, I would say I'm somewhere right in the middle. I think I'm right in the middle for a lot of things. You know, that's my style, is to cover a lot of the bases. I wouldn't say that I go to one extreme of anything. For me, that was my style, to be all-rounded. So, you know, it has advantages and it has disadvantages. Like, for example, if you're all-rounded, you can't expect to be as, you know, as strong as someone who's just focuses on one area. Like, if you focus just on power or just on footwork, then chances are that their footwork is going to be stronger than mine because they practice on that more than me. But then the advantage of being a bit more all-rounded is that, you know, you can do other things too. So you don't always have to, you know, you can do flips, power, a bit of tricks, a bit of footwork, a bit of technical stuff, a bit of big stuff as well. So it's kind of like, it does have its advantages and disadvantages, but it's all to do with your style and of what you want to do as well. So you might just not enjoy doing a certain bit, so you might think, I just like power the most. In that case, go with what you like the most. But at the same time, don't ignore the other elements. Like, don't ignore footwork, don't ignore top rock and freezes. You know, you still have to do them, it's just how much do you do. I don't know if anyone's ever played or looked at like, you know, like football cards, or sometimes they have like card games and they all have stats on there of like, you know, out of 100 of different things and what are you out of that, you know what I mean? And it's good to think of it that way, you know, but you should never be zero on any of them, you know what I mean? Otherwise you're really missing something out. Okay, down one more time. Okay, that's it. Try and get these heels flat. You know, I know it's really hard for a lot of people to get them flat. So, good way is put your hands behind you and start with your feet flat like this. But it lengthens out from your ankle to your calf. It lengthens out those muscles, making you more flexible. So start like this, hands back, and try and work your hands forward until you can get to that position with your hands in front. Yeah, but they have to be fully flat, your heels, okay? Like a lot of weight on them. Get like that. And I know really advanced breakers who can't even do this position. It's just you have to stretch. That's all it is. Hands out. Okay, sit down. Ankles in a nice circle. And I'll give a shout out to another technical breaker as well. Really technical style was a B-boy Fashion. You know, he came up in Leeds, and you know he had a lot of like, you know, technical style as well. Very technical, not about big moves. And he made a really, you know, at the time a lot of people were doing big movements, and you know he started doing a lot of the small movements and different things, and you know it really worked for him in his day. You know what I mean? That I've been breaking for 20 years, and through that, every 5 years, you know, or every 3 years, you see a shift in the style. You know, people as a scene, they try to, the shift focuses over time. And if you can zoom out, you'll see sometimes power's preferred, sometimes footwork's preferred, sometimes freezes are preferred, and you know, sometimes top rock. And it does go like a journey, waves through the different elements of the dance. And it's all to do with who's killing it, who's really doing well in their dance. Because when people dance good, it makes you want to dance that way. And that's what happens, people start dancing a certain way. Hands in front. That's it, hands in front. That's it. Hands down here. Okay, put behind you. That's it. Okay, flat feet again. I know. Alright then, so let's start with this dance, okay? So like I said, we're going to be focusing on more technical movements, so let's have a bit of fun with this one. You know, there'll be certain bits I'll do slow because it might be a little bit hard for you to follow, but we'll do our best together to try and get it all together, okay? So, first thing, what you're going to be doing is, imagine you're in a cipher, because I think that helps, so we're not particularly battling anyone, you know, like, you know, we could pretend we're in a battle situation, but we haven't got loads of space, okay? So, we're going to go 1 and 2, so nice and strong, 1 and 2. Then the reverse of that, out, up, down. So 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? Very small, you know, it's not boom, boom. There's still energy in there. It's still energy in the steps. Use your core and make the step from your core. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Now on the floor I like to pretend I've got triangles. Front, side, in. And I can see these triangles on the floor like that in my head. I imagine them on the floor. 6, 7. Good. Okay. Now, sometimes a step like this or everything, you might think I don't know any more steps. I've run out of steps in breaking. I can't think of anything else to do. Like, how do I learn more steps? Sometimes you have to change the level of your feet or your body, and it creates new movements, okay? So, for example, just this one, put your knee out to the side. We did this about 2 weeks ago, just the knee out, boom. And you might think, yeah, but then what else can I do, you know? So, we're going to work on that now. So, we're going to do the triangle, bam, 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 oh, bring your leg knee up, then push it out, and push it in. So, we're going to see, so already there, by changing the level of the leg to here, we're creating a new movement. It doesn't look anything like this one, because when we're doing this, and we come up, it's very different look to it. So use levels. We can do the same, which we will in this dance, by going lower or higher with the same step. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Like that, yeah. And remember, we count but hitting the beats. Up and out and slide. Good, like that. 5, 6, 7. Good. And remember, we haven't got, even though I'm in this, I can go more than this, you know, I can move more, but I am trying to keep it as if it's a more of a tighter space, okay? So if I'm not moving this far, it's because I'm imagining we're in a smaller space than we are now. So 5, 6, 7. See that, yeah? Now, that there is very nice, and you need to think about your hand movements as well. What feels comfortable to you? So, you might want to follow your foot around, boom, boom, boom. So you might want 3 shapes for here, 3 shapes for there, up, out, in. When you go out, move your shoulder out, get more, and then slide it. Think about your hands for those 3 movements, 1, 2, 3. You might want to point your foot. It can be anything you want with your hands, but don't be lazy with your hands, because it's going to just look like, you know, use your arms, because when you're being technical, arms are amazing to use. Don't be floppy with them, yeah, because when you're being technical, you want to show thought behind your movements, everything. So you don't want to be, this is good sometimes to be kind of lazy and just like rock your arms, swing them, but when you're being technical, you want to show the details. So you don't want just floppy arms, you want to, everything from your head to your toes you want to think about. So good, okay, right, I want you to practice that, and please just come up with the arms that you want to use for the 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, and on that side, 1, 2, 3. You might want to do different things with your hand on this side and different things with your hand on that side, but you've got 1 minute to think about that, and then we're going to come to the next bit. Keep it going, guys, let's go. Now I can check the comments while you guys are practicing on that part. Keep it going, guys. You got it. Yo, we got Shazad in the house as well. Got Val in the house, that's great. Yeah, that's it. Just 1 more minute left. Just keep rocking it, guys. All right. So if anyone's late to the live stream, that's cool. You know, if anyone, we had a few problems earlier, so you know, you're not actually as late as you had because we had a bit of a technical issue with the camera, but we're all good now. So what we've been working on, just in case, is movements that are more detailed. So we're saying that we've got the bigger move kind of person, b-boy, boom, boom, Supreme style b-boy, pocket, massive, and on the other end you've got more detailed technical style breaking, and you want to think about where you fit in with that and how it fits into your style. So we're focusing on the technical, detailed end, and even though I've got a lot of space, we're doing it, trying to keep it in a smaller space like a cipher. So 3 movements, bam, so 3, 1, 2, 3. Use your body, use your shoulders, use your hips, okay? Bam, bam, bam. Then from here, up, out, in, slide. Now this is the next part, okay? So what you're going to do is you go over to your opponent, and sometimes you want to burn people. Burning people means it's like a sort of a, it's like an attack on that breaker, but it's a dance. It's like a battle. So it's like an attack, and you're doing something like a burn towards them, and it just adds to that kind of the fire of the battle, and people love it. You know what I mean? So it's good to have some burns. So you're gonna go over to the person, you grab the face like that, but you're not gonna actually grab their face, but you pretend to grab it and throw it. Boom. Now when you throw it up, you're gonna throw it to the back. So when you throw it, you're not going to be looking at me anymore, okay? So we just have to be slow about that part. So grab it, throw it, bam. And you're throwing your hand there. You're going to grab your hand, bam, on your elbow, like that, yeah? So 5, 6, so grab, throw, and then hand on the elbow. So grab, throw, hand on your elbow. Once you got your hand on your elbow, like this, so I'll show you. This hand that was reaching up, you touch your shoulder, like that, yeah? So it's like that, bam, 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 yeah? That's it. So ready? Bam, 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 yeah? That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam, bam, yeah? That's it. Grab on your elbow here, just on the bottom, here. Touch there. Now put your hand through this hole that you made. And if you look there, you see that triangle thread through, like that. You go through it. And we're going to do a full circle. So I'll just show you slowly. Grab, throw, elbow, shoulder, through, turn and touch your knee. This knee here. Now this is the hardest part. That is, will just take a little bit of time. Once you get it, it's super easy though. It's not actually hard, it just takes a little bit of time to explain. 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab, throw, hand, and on your knee. So think about it. Grab, throw, elbow, shoulder, and now you're looking away from me, and you've got your hand on your elbow, shoulder. You put your hand through that hole, and you turn back to look at me like that, and you put your hand on your left knee there, okay? Like, right knee, sorry, right knee. So 5, 6. Good. Now, this is detailed, technical stuff, and when we say technical, it means it needs a bit of thought. You're not going to just be able to do it easily. This is not technical. This is definitely not technical. This is just dancing. This is steps. Technical is when you've got these details and threads and you're melding things together like that. So 5, 6, 7. Like that, yeah? So that bit, there's a few threads there. And you know, technical breakers always use the threads, yeah? Because it's just nice to use, okay? So when you're doing it, if you say this in your head, it's super easy. Grab, throw, elbow, shoulder, thread, knee. Yeah, think of it like that and you'll get it easy. When we're here, you got your hand on your knee, we do a second thread. Okay, this is just a thread where it's easy. You hold your pant leg or you hold your knee, and this foot comes through like that, through this hole. Yeah, and the way you want to do it is, there's two ways to do it. You can break your leg, you know, you can turn your knee out like outwards to get it through like that. And some people, you can grab hold. You're not going to break the thread if you grab hold, or you can just hold here like that. And it's more of a, if you do it fast, you're not holding on too tight, but it creates that space. So 5, 6, 5, 6. See that there? So that together is super technical and you know quick, and you're moving around and using levels. Okay, and when we get through on that one, we're going to use the same knee movement, this one, the same exact one. We're going to use it to come down here, we go out and in. Now, if I drag my knee on the floor, it's going to get carpet burn, and also you don't want to be dragging your knees on the floor, so you want to create an illusion. So when I'm here, the back foot, I push on it, and I go out and in, bam. And it looks like, if you're looking from above, you just see that smooth glide, the knee coming out and in. I'm not dragging my knee and dragging it back, because that's going to be like slow, and it's a bit like when people, you know, do glides and popping. It's a bit like that, bam. And it's the same as this one, down. Use the back foot as a little step on it, and you know, if you want it to look bigger, if I move this shoulder this way, it looks bigger, and I did the same exact thing, yeah? So it's no different. So use your shoulder, like that, that's great. So, 5, hit the beat. Remember, you're cheating because you're just gliding on your foot, using a bit of that. So details, okay? So once we get down, bam, we're going to go step, step, and switch. Yeah, classic cycling step. From the side, don't be going like this. Yeah, lean forward, over the top. So don't be like this either. Don't be like that. Lean over the front, right? And the reason you want to lean over the front, it helps you with power, helps you get stronger, and your weight's over here, so watch if I do it. See, when I'm switching, I'm not relying too much on my feet. You see, I was like floating almost. You push, you can mess around, but if you're here, everything, I can't take my feet off. I'm stuck because I'm backwards. So lean forward. And you can do a few air steps as well, because you're leaning into it a lot. And it's the same how it feels with a flare. When you do flares and power, you really are on your hands. So it's going to help you, you can do that. Grab, throw, hand, shoulder, down, through. Good, we'll do it full speed after. But, you know, it's so much fun if you could think of technical things to do, using threads, using, you know, foundation all together. It's going to be fun. Remember, burn and grab. And when you go to grab a burn, when you're doing a burn, if their face is there, don't go grab down here. Grab them, boom, and then throw. Yeah? Or wherever they are, make it look like you're going to grab them. Don't go to the side or over to the crowd and do it. It's to the person you're battling, or the person in the cypher, if you're having a cypher battle. 5, 6, Yeah, and if you do the first 2 switches, good, like that. Now, when I was younger, the fashion at the time was mega. It went from really traditional breaking to completely the other way. So all of a sudden, from traditional breaking style, it went all the way to flexibility style, b-boy rubber legs and law and all these kind of freak show b-boys. And all of a sudden, everyone even dressed different. All of a sudden, everyone had tighter pants and stripy tops and all this kind of stuff. And it went into a different way. The breaking scene just went into a different style. So for me, I grew up from that traditional, then the untraditional style hit, and we started doing loads of like crazy threads and crazy things like that. And that's that came from that era of flexible b-boys when it was super popular. And then after a while, that flexibility style and that technicality, that died off. I mean, everyone went on to, I think after that, one of the big game changers, which is b-boy Menno. And what made Menno amazing was that he changed the game completely. And it wasn't a move he did, it was like I said, some people are detailed, some people are technical. And up until Menno, not many breakers were sliding, and he just literally opened the doors for sliding and gliding. And I mean, a few breakers had a few slides and glides that everyone did, but his whole style was about gliding and sliding and slipping and rolling. And up until that time, that had not been done in that way. So it propelled him, just finding a new way of moving, propelled him to become one of the sort of leading b-boys, because he was the only one doing it. But then fashion happens and people chase that, and nowadays you'll see people sliding and gliding all over the place, just like he does. And we, for you guys, just encouragement to you, if you've got your own unique style, pursue it and push it, because if you do that, you'll lead the scene a certain way. Okay, it's like if you're sick and people look up to you, they want to be like you, and then the sort of breaking movement moves that way. So it's all good to know that. So this is from them technical days. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2. Good. Grab. With the switches, as long as you hit like 2 and then you try and do 2 air ones, but just don't rush, hit the beat, so be like. The more you lean forward, the easier it is to do that floating version, okay? So just lean forward as much as you can. Alright, so practice that now. Got 1 minute, okay, then we're going to do some exercises, and we're going to move on to the next part. Keep going. During this time, rock the music, okay? Just go through that dance so you're getting faster and faster. If you've already got sets and you already got your own way of dancing, or try and add some of these concepts into that. Oh, Paranoid Android, yeah, Styles are definitely Paranoid Android killing it back in the day. And if you know Paranoid Android, he's inspired, one of the inspirations for Thesis, one of the dopest breakers we have of this age, and he was from that technical, his teachers from that technical era as well. So, it's really good to have a bit of everything. Also, kings of the technical style as well. He's like B-Boy Dizzy as well, another one. Super technical styles. If you don't know who these guys are, you can always go check them out. You've got B-Boy Dizzy, like I said about Menno with the sliding style. You can get to view it and have a look at who these guys are. Turn the music up for 2 minutes. Work on that. 1 minute left, guys. Doing some exercise and then we'll let it go. Let's go, let's go. Alright, straight back to it, let's go. Let's turn this up a little bit there. Alright. Make this bigger too. Alright, so we're going to go for some more technical footwork, okay? We've hit some threads and we've hit some like body movements, we've changed the level of things, okay? We've burned someone, throwing it in there. And the reason it is good to be, you know, one of the biggest mistakes you can get when you're technical is your head's always down and you're always, you know, you're in your own world, okay? And you're just doing your stuff, and all the time you're in your own world doing your things. The breaker is there and they're like, you're not engaging with them. You know, you're in a battle and you shouldn't just be staring at the floor or thinking so much that you're not, you know, connecting with that person, your opponent, and the crowd as well. So you want to be everyone involved. And also, if you're looking at the floor, there's chances for that breaker, you know, to like burn you. It could flip over you. They could be imitating you. You know, you're not even getting to see any of that because your head's just down. So if you throw a burn in there, you're showing, yo, I've got this. Everything. Look at everything going on. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Now, once we do that, we're going to do an old sort of classic I used to do a lot, and I don't even hardly do it anymore. But what we're going to do is, you do the switches, you're going to walk through. So I'm going to show you just from the side for now. So after you do the switches, you come through. Now when we get to here, you don't want your hands moving at all, because we're trying to get them to focus on here. So in this case, we want to be static, okay? And we're going to hit on top, actually, sorry, on top, bam. Then from here, you come to the back, like that. So from the front, let me do it from this way, use this leg, guys, and go on top, and then you do a little hop, and that foot goes in the back here, that left foot there. So it's like tucked in the back of your leg like that, bam. And then you're going to hit 2 of these switches, okay, with your foot hooked in the back here, bam, bam. Okay, so you're switching, like hopping, okay? So 5, 6, see that? Okay, super nice, super easy. It's a high hook to a back hook, okay? So a hook is this. If I say hook, it always means this. If I say, usually if it's high, it's above the knee. If it's low, it's down here. So high hook and low hook, okay? If it's a back hook, it's here, in the back of your knee. So back hooks there, okay? And we don't really have, you know, we can go low, but I don't really call that a hook because it's more like your legs are crossed when it's at the back, okay? So up here, like there. That's a back hook or reverse hook, okay? Just in the top there. So hit your switches, bam, bam, air switch, through, step, high hook with the right leg, this leg, into the back of your knee, pop. That's not hard, that's very easy. Okay, push through your hands, then all you do is like, kind of like hopscotch, yeah? You hop from this foot here, back, here, back. It's not going to look good, wood tip, it's not going to look good if your legs are loose and your knees are going like that. The knees must stay apart equally, force them apart. try and force them apart and stay there. And switch, jump from toe to toe. Boom, boom, boom. 5, 6, 5, 6. Out, switch, 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 through, up, hit, bam, bam, bam. Okay? So, once you hit those switches, you're going to drop to your bum. Okay? So let's do this bit. So here, bam, 1, 2, 3. Now if you did it right, you'll have your right leg hooked around your left leg, like me. You do like that. Okay? And I always say a rule, in footwork, you do not want to go on your bum unless it's absolutely intentional. You stay off your bum, but back in these days, when it was this style, everything was, a lot of the breakers, a lot of things were sat here, everything on your actual bum. Now, that was a style of breaking, and that's the kind of technical style we're working on today, but it's purposeful. It's not because we're being lazy, it's not because we haven't got balance, it's a choice. We're going down there on purpose. So, you're going to sit down, and when I say to do hooks, I say stay up on your tiptoes. Bam, bam. That's the way to do hooks. But in this particular move, you have to go down. So, we do the switches. Bam, 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 bam. Through. On top. Play with the music in the back. Bam, bam, bam. Now, when you get to there, you drop your bum. Okay? And I want you to, with this leg that's hooked around your right leg, I want you to do a circle like this. Go round with it. Round. And try and go around the back of your leg here. So, watch. It's hooked. Like a game, think about this. This is a tree. It's planted in the floor. Tree. Just go around the back. Like that. Okay? So, bam. And when it gets to there, your hand is going to grab it behind. And you go thread. Okay, like that. So let's just do it slow motion. Hook. This is your tree here. Imagine the tree in the ground does not move. This comes round. And then you grab it there. And you thread it. Like that. Okay? And that's a backwards thread there. So, this is a short routine, but it's packed. So we have to try and do it packed out. So let's go for it. 3 times. Try and get to there with me. Where's that beat? That's it. Get that hook on. Thread. Now once you do that reverse thread, okay, come round, thread. You're going to repeat the pattern, put it on top again. Then you go to the back again. Then you switch. You sit down. Do it again, and it becomes a pattern. Up, in, switch, switch, switch. Down, round, up. So this is a pattern that we can use, a very detailed pattern using our threads, and we want to keep it nice and smooth. So we're going to work on that pattern, not for now, just for now you just need to know the first part, and then we're going to make it look really cool, super cool. So 5, 6. Good, okay. So we're going to get used to doing that pattern faster, but before you can do the pattern you need to know what it is, okay? I just need to check how people are doing in the chats, okay? It's not a break, so just keep practicing. I'll just check for 1 second in the chat how everyone's doing on that. Oh, yeah. Well done, Imani and B-Boy Styles. How could I forget? We've got people like Benji, for sure. Benji, unbelievable. And Megas as well. you know, definitely. Well done for you too for that. These are definitely, you know, technical. I would have said there's a difference between the technical b-boys, detailed, and illusion style, because illusion style is completely different. I would say illusions are just so, you know, that's about, you know, you can be detailed, but it's not an illusion. You can see everything that's happening, and it can be quite simple at the same time, but have, you know, it can be easy to follow with the details. But illusion style, that's like a whole other bag where you just crazy movements you can't even follow. You don't even know what's just happened. Okay, like, you know, that's craziness. You know, it's really good. Dizzy's an amazing illusionist as well, and with the details too. So, okay. So let's work on our pattern to make it more visually better with the details. So we've hit this, and I put that move in there because some breakers make the mistake of every single thing is detailed, which means nothing is detailed. If everything you do is detailed, then everything becomes one thing, and people can't, you know, you have to go back to basics sometimes, otherwise they can't even focus on the thing you just did. So if you did something crazy, and then the next thing you do is crazy, and the next thing you do is crazy, and the next thing you do is crazy, it becomes like, it doesn't become, you will actually affect your own dancing, okay? Because, you know, it's not like, people can't actually applaud you because you just go on to the next thing too fast. They can't even appreciate what you just did. So using the foundation of cycling here, bam, 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 such a simple move, using that helps, okay? So, let's grab this. Sorry, we've got a little thing, we'll be right back on this one. I'll just get this to, we've got a little fault on the, seems we're having difficulties a few times today. Don't worry, it'll be 10 seconds, we'll have it right back. Yeah, so let's just make that more detailed. So we hit that air cycle, come through with the steps, boom, 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 very visually easy. We don't want to move the hands. We go for the high hook, bam, in the back, switch, 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 sit down. Now imagine in your head, especially if you're younger, imagine that's a tree there. It's not going to move. This, we sometimes say dog in the tree, so that comes round the back. Grab, okay, thread it, come off your bum and on top, boom. Then in the back, bam. Sit down, like that. Yeah, and for that, try and make sure that you're, you know, when you're doing it, try to be completely as still as you can on the top half, so there's no wobble happening. Then everyone can just focus on the legs, and it's going to look a lot better. And if the beat's coming, a crazy beat, what's an amazing thing you can do is just slow down this part where you know, where you come behind. You can do a slow motion and then go fast, bam, you know. So just think of it like that, just slow and then fast, bam, 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 bam. Play with the music and try and make that pattern work for you. So it's going to look really cool. Let's go from beginning. 5, 6. Down, through. Yeah, and how many times pattern? You want to do it 3 times, or at least on the third one, finish with a nice freeze. Okay, depends what the music's doing. If you know the music's going to change, hit a freeze. It's going to look super dope then. Okay, then we're going to go for a technical freeze to finish with. But before we do that, let's do a few exercises. Okay, so everyone ready with me? Okay. Plant your feet like this, feet underneath, hands in front to help with flares, footwork, everything. Hands planting the floor, lean forward. You see, look how quite forward I am with my arms. Look at my hands. They're not like there. Look up with your chin. Don't look down. and then push. 1, 2, 3. Push up as hard as you can. If you're new, you can't go as high as me, that doesn't matter. Just go as high as you can go, okay? We're going to do 3 sets of that, okay? That's our first one of 10. When you're pushing up, push up so hard that your shoulder, instead of being back like this, it comes out. And it comes all the way down your arm, connects up into your stomach, and you feel your stomach every time you do it. It's like a sit-up. Ready? Number 10. Hands in front. Lean forward. Chin up. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's another 10, okay? We're doing sets of 3 because you're tricking your body. Your body thinks you're going to do it more than once, it starts to build more muscle, okay? If you only do it one time and you just do a set of 100, never do it again, it's not going to send signals to your brain. You know, you're sending signals, tricking your brain that you're going to do it a lot of times, and that builds up muscles and more strength. Okay, so that's our second set. Let's go again. Lean forward, head up. Oh, that's good. That's a stomach workout as well, okay? Let's go for our next one. Stomach super tight. Feet straight, look at my feet. Not like this. Slowly down, stomach. Up. Down. From your core, stand up. Okay, first set, let's go again. From the side. This is not squats, by the way, okay? It's getting our leg strength for footwork to top rock transitions, okay? So we can call it like a b-boy squat. You go as low as you can go, and you come up. If you can only get to here, just go up, okay? Build up the flexibility yourself. Very tiring. Okay, that's the second set. Give it a minute, like a couple of seconds, we go for third set. If it hurts your knees in any way, you're not using your core, okay? Your core is a massive spring. And if you don't use it, from the floor, wherever you stop, if you don't use your core, it can go into your ankle, your knees, your hips. If you use your core, it hits the core and it like absorbs all impact here. If I jump and just land with no core, I feel it going all the way up, it kind of hurts me. If I use my core, it's like a ninja, you're super slip. Use your stomach. Okay, you ready? 1, breathe in. 2, keep your head up. 3, 4, stomach tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, breathe in all the way down. 9, 10. Oi. So I feel that in my legs there. That's great. Now do these ones, okay? Stand on the spot. Keep your chin up. High as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you're coming down, don't just drop. Bring yourself down from your core. Down, up, down, from the middle of your body, okay? Don't just be up, flop down, up, flop down. Jolts your back, you need to get a strong core. So that's that. And we have to do our last one with our hands. Okay, build up our wrists. Okay, pull your fingers towards your shoulders as hard as you can. Okay, super hard, mega hard. Straighten your arm. Because there's a few stretches and a few things we need to learn that you can do as a B-boy, you know, without a gym. If you need to get strong, or a B-girl, you're at home and you want to get strong, but you can't do that because, you know, you don't have a gym or anything or equipment. You need to work out muscles that it's quite harder to do sometimes. So this one does your forearms really good. Okay, so you're going to go out, pull your fingers 100% towards your face and your knuckles. Think about your knuckles and your fingers. Then you're going to keep the knuckles there and curl the fingers in like this. Do not let the knuckles go like that. Keep them in this way as much as you can and push out 100% effort. Okay, ready? So 100% effort, pull them in, knuckles back towards you, push forward. Get the hand fingers out. That's it. That's it. And it burns me, so it should burn you guys. Oh, it feels so much strength, okay, which is, you know, so good, especially for this move. UFOs, flares, air flares, everything, okay? So that one, finger curls, we've got to do it 3 times, remember. 1 time is not going to make your body think, oh, I need to do this again. Your body goes, oh, okay, that was hard, and it doesn't build the muscle you need. Reps and sets, okay? So important. Never any less than 3. 3 to 5, okay, sets. Reps, you want to keep, you know, it's just as strong as you are, to be honest, on that one, okay? Usually around about anywhere from 10 to 20, okay? So, ready? Pull them in. 1, 2, push forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sick, that's great, okay? Last one. Okay, give them a little shake off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Let's go for our dance. Body should be feeling nice. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And if you hit the beat, you know I said do these 3 times. There's no rule, just hit the beat. So if it's like bam, 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 bam. Whatever the music's doing when you get there, play around. Just do as many times as you feel comfortable, then come round. Now, finishing on our technical freeze, okay? So we come up here, okay? We're going to come to the top. Bam, okay? Then this leg, okay? It's going to do what it did when we did it from here. Watch what it did. We went round the back, and we threaded. We went on top, okay? When we get on top of here, we're not going to let this foot touch the floor. It's going to go around the exact same way. Take it off, through, boom, and it's going to come on top into a baby freeze here with our leg on there. So let me just show you that. Legs here. Comes round the back, grab it, lift it on top. Bam. Then watch the leg, doesn't touch the floor, comes off, round, through, round to this position here. Now, we need to add the technical bits. If you're more comfortable on your right hand, you think it's too hard for you to do it on the left, because I always teach you have to learn left and right, okay? So if you find it a bit too difficult to do your baby freeze on the other side, okay, we just do this simple little thing here, okay? So when you get to this bit, yeah, instead of going for a back hook in the back here, bam, you go for a hook to top hook here, bam, and you just follow it round, okay, like that, bam. The same thing, you just, instead of doing a back hook on the last one, just do a top hook instead. So go from there, bam, bam, see it through, bam, yeah. Now, that's not a technical freeze, because if you just freeze and hit one shape, you know, that's just like, it's not very detailed or technical. So the way we got into it is, well, then we need to do something with our hands and something with our legs. Okay, so I'll show you that really quickly. So we come from that bit, follow it around your leg. This is the tree, the one you stood on. Goes round the back, goes straight out, hit, yeah, there, like that. Now, when you're there, we have options. The first shape is shape 1, we want to go shape 2, shape 3. And depending on what the music's doing, if you get there and you've got a bit of time, you can hit some more beats because you've got different shapes. So 1, 2, 3. So let's go through the one I'll show you. You get your leg on top, okay? Then you're going to go straight and out. The leg that was on top here, so I'll show you it real quick. So you go round, down, like that, straight, and then head. See? And the only reason I'm able to hold that is because of my core strength in the middle. So remember, you're going round, leg stays on top. In the hook position, you straighten your leg, and then you can take your hand off and put it on your head. Or reach out, or put your hand on your hip. As long as you have 3 shapes. So let's try some things together. And if you're new, and you don't even know how to do baby freeze, okay, like if you've never done that before, you can always watch the other videos where I teach that one in this series. This is the 10th series today. The 10th live stream for Tranquil TV. We went through baby freezes earlier, but I'll just show you really quick while everyone else thinks about their 3 things. If you can't do baby freeze, okay, just really quick, I'll just show you. So leg on top, okay, comes underneath, yeah, and instead of going straight to baby freeze, put your foot on the floor like that, and then use both hands and both feet and hit the shape like that, okay. If you're brand new and a beginner, your hand goes in your stomach, another hand goes there, and you're going to look, you know, you look towards the supporting hand there, not the hand in your stomach. Don't look down there, look towards that supporting hand. And put your feet on the floor and try and do that, if you're new, okay? If you're advanced, like most of you are on this channel, yeah, you're going to hit this, there, bam. Don't let it touch the floor, hit, bam, 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 yeah? And try and hit as many beats as you can. You can hit 4 shapes, 5 shapes. If you think you can do more, hit more shapes, okay? Go there, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, just mess around with shapes. So, one thing that's important, and this, you must freeze on 1, yeah? Because listen to this track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bam. Yeah, there's always a pop or something on the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Or usually it's a pop, or the music might drop out altogether. But when you're freezing and the song drops out, you're going to be boom, frozen, and it matches the music well. If you freeze on an odd number, like if you freeze on the wrong number, sorry, it's not going to work out well. So if you freeze on like a 3, it's not going to work either. Okay, so you want to try and hit your freezer on the 1 or on the 5. Okay, so you go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So always, if you're counting 4 bars, try and hit on that 1. So just keep it small. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, like when you come to turn, depending on how many shapes you want to hit, you want to make sure though on 1 you freeze, and that means no movement. Okay, if I hit a freeze like this, just watch. See that? Like I did go into a baby freeze, but see how my body glided around the whole time? That's not a freeze, okay? If you want to get the people to go, oh, that's sick, you have to stop like frozen, no movement whatsoever, like dead still. So, let's go. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 6. Round, on top, in, round, hit. Yeah, hit your shapes, your 3 shapes, whatever your 3 shapes you want to be. So I want you guys to go through the whole dance. Then we're going to go through it 3 times in a row with the music high, so we can really feel the vibe. And we'll do it 3 times in a row. But you've got to practice it first so you can do it a bit faster. Okay, and then we'll go for it fully together. Practice it up right now, and then we're going to go through it 3 times in a row, super quick. When you're going to hit multiple shapes in a freeze, it's good because then if you don't hit the freeze on 1, you can switch your legs around and then stop on the 1. Or you might hit the 1 and hold it for a little bit, then do some shapes as well, okay? Tiring, yeah. Yo, B-Boy Dash, you like this kind of technique? That's sick. Yeah, very more technical. But it's a little bit more difficult with the technical breaking. It's not as, sometimes, but it depends who you are, but it's not as natural because you're really thinking about it and you're pairing your movements with the music, but there is a lot of thought behind it, so you can't just let go fully because you have to concentrate, but at the same time, you know, you want it to be very musical. So it does require a lot of mental energy to be technical when you're breaking. You can't just go off, you know. We've got 1 minute left, okay? 1 minute left. Practice up. Come on, guys. Glad to have you in the live stream for sure, man. All right. Grab a quick water. You've got 10 seconds, and then we're going to go through it, okay? Okay, so we're going to go through it 3 times. Remember, we do count just to get us started, but once we've started counting, it's not about the counts, it's about the beats. So don't be focused on numbers, focus on the beats and having fun with that and playing around with the beats. Don't think this is 7, this is 6, this is 4, this is 3. Forget the numbers, okay? Just use the numbers so we can start off on the right count and then play with the music and have fun with it, okay? Yeah, what we've done is with the technical stuff, okay? Just make sure, you know, that you guys, you know, if you're newer to breaking, you know, then it's different nowadays, because when you just go online, there's so many different styles and you could get really confused about how do I find my style. So if you're more new, okay, or and you're not sure of what your style is, or you feel like you're not fully found your style yet, one of the biggest things that I can say is look for inspiration. Who do you enjoy watching? Who do you like? You know, do you like, you know, what comes natural to you when you start dancing, okay? Because if you feel like you really you're good with the music and you're really funky, or you might not feel like you're the #1 dancer, but you might feel so strong. So use your skills, use your personal talents, okay, and push down that way, okay? So let's go for the dance. Recap. So 3 shapes, 5. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Up and out, slide, grab, throw. Grab it, throw it, hand on the elbow, hand on the shoulder. Yeah, now there's a triangle here, hand through, down to your knee, through, down to the floor, glide, bam. Do not drag your knee on the floor, just glide the floor, boom. Switches, grab, through, on top, hip, in the back, up, okay, switch, 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 round the back, on top, up, switch, 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 round, on top. If you're left-handed, stay on this side. If you're right-handed, go on the other side. And now go round the back with your foot. To there, then straighten, then hand on your head. Yeah? Hitting those shapes. Time to go fast. Three times. #1. Let's go on #2. 5. Okay, #2. #3. 5, 6. That's 3. All right. Hands in there. You should be feeling super tired now. Hands up. Neck left and right. Up and down. Side to side. And across. Okay, the other side. in, bend your head. Stomach in, keep your hips in. Stomach tight, reach behind. There I go. Okay. In across again. Let it go. Hold it there. Pull it into that shoulder. Pull, pull, pull. And the other one. Pull it into the shoulder. Hips. Okay, let's go. Nice and big. Kick up. And hold. That's it. Now let go and try and hold it there. Stomach tight. Do not bend your back. That's it, really slow. Hold it up. Chin up. That's it, there we go. Hamstring. Deep breath through your nose. Hands out. Stomach tight. Keep your stomach really tight. And the other one. Back straight. Down. Okay, legs wide. Now with this one, the back's super straight. You lean in this way. Put your elbow on your knee. Just rest on your knee like that. Then keep your back straight. Keep your chin up. Not down like this. Up. Hands in the middle. Out. Okay, point your toes out, super strong. Deep breath. Push them toes out a lot. Flex in. Okay, hands on this side and this side. Okay, build some strength up. Put your hand there and there. And lift. 1. If you don't tense your stomach, you're going to pull your groin, okay? So tense your stomach super hard and lift from your stomach, from your core. Don't go too wide, okay? And here and here. Use your hands to leverage. Back straight. 1. And when I'm doing that, when I first started doing that, I used to pull my groin, it used to hurt there. Tense your stomach a lot, okay? And it goes into the centre, into your body. Really good for power and building more strength. This side again. Try not to move anything but your leg, okay? Okay, that's our second for each leg. And then we'll finish with our third on this side. Okay, remember, keep that breathing going. Breathe out. Grab them toes. Try and keep your legs straight, okay? Don't pull your toes, okay? You know, try and ease forward. You know, use your stomach to pull you forward. Don't grab and pull yourself. Right, that's going to hurt your back. Just come forward from the middle. Let everything come from the center. Perfect. Stretch your back. And flat. Keep your stomach tight. Otherwise you can crack your back. You don't want to crack your back. Flat. Okay, last one. Now when we did our routine about strength 2 weeks ago, we need to do one of those exercises. So come down like this, like a sort of fluid movement, up, and put your legs straight, okay? Dig them into the floor like this, straight. Hands not too far apart, keep your elbows in. Push, breathe through your stomach. 2, 3. Okay, just do 3 sets of 3. Okay? Make sure your legs are flat and straight, okay? Hands in. 1, 2, 3. Stomach fires first. Tense, breathe and push. Don't do it in the other order. Tense, breathe, push. Tense, breathe, push. Don't try and tense after you pushed. Don't go push, then breathe, then tense. It's just the wrong order. Last one, remember? Breathing in as you go down. Tense, breathe, push. 1, 2, keep going as many as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa! Yo guys, that's a wrap. Okay. Turn this down a sec. So I hope you guys all enjoyed today's session. I know that tired me out. You know, the thing I would want to just encourage every single person who watches this channel is to be yourself, okay? And in breaking, you know, if you be yourself, you know, you'll come out with unique things naturally, because it's only you can be you. Only you can dance the way you can dance. Do not follow trends. But at the same time, you know, if everyone, you know, if the breaking sort of style changes, because the general style goes through changes all the time. So what I always suggest is to train hard on your style, and sometimes it's good to incorporate just a few things, you know, that are like, if you don't have any slides, or if you don't have any threads, or if you don't have any flips, and every single person's flipping, learn a flip or two, okay? But in your style. Learn a thread or two, but in your style. So that way, you've always got your style, but you're still keeping current with your dance style, okay? That's why, you know, I've been able to dance for so long and still battle, because, you know, no one expects my style to be old school, because I just keep moving with the times, and at the same time developing in my own ways, okay, which just keeps it fresh all the time. And if you watch any of the top breakers, you know, in the world, or the legends, they still look good today, okay, just as good as they did in the 80s or the 90s or the early 2000s. They still look amazing. You know, they look good today. So that's the key, is to have your style and to keep with the, you know, keep with the times by sometimes incorporating certain movements or flows that will, you know, keep you current and you know, looking fresh as well. But if you train a lot around breakers, you're going to do that naturally anyway. So I hope you all really enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got some of the Tranquil TV gear as well. If you want to get some of that, it's in the description on here. So if you want to get any of the merchandise, you know, you can pick that up. But I had a really good session with you guys doing some technical things, and you know, it's just a bit of fun. And you know, last week was great too. So I hope we can just keep building on this and having a great time. I'll leave the chat open for 5 minutes. I hope you all stay safe and have a great week. God bless. Peace. Yo, that's good. It's your birthday, Dutch. It'll be Dutch's birthday at the day of the event, which is sick. Big respect. Thanks, Abby. Great to have you, Rocker City Breakers, Lightning Mark, Alina, Vigo Labyrinth. One of the, Vigo Labyrinth, definitely one of the most detailed breakers, not just in Fleet North, in the UK. So, you know, and B-Boy Styles as well in the mix. Another super flowers. Glad you like the routine, Idris. Thanks, Asad, that's great. Different style today, but you know what, you can take something from it and put it into your style, and hopefully it'll help you guys.